You just graduated. Probably took you 4 years, maybe five if you were a chud like me that took some time to figure things out. You feel me? But at least now you've got a degree, you've got debt, and you've got a LinkedIn profile that says I'm open to work. Like you're almost begging and crying for help. Okay. And me personally, I'm an economics major. So I just spent 4 years learning how the economy works right before the economy decided to completely change the rules of the game, the rules of engagement. I can explain inflation. I cannot explain why no one is hiring anywhere. Okay, so the moment you kind of realize you're in trouble is when one day I'm just scrolling one day, right, and I see this billionaire tech CEO, whatever. I think he's the guy that owns Anthropic, and he goes, it'll be very hard to outwork a GPU. A GPU, for those that do not know, it's a graphics card. And that's when it hit me. Yeah, I'm so cooked. I am not slightly cooked. Not maybe all bands about cooked. I'm talking about I'm fully well done steak cooked. Like if my career was a steak, Gordon Ramsay would have to send it back because I'm overly cooked. Okay. So here's what no one tells you about entry level jobs. You weren't really hired because you were amazing. Like, no offense to you, you're not that special. I'm gonna be really honest here. You were hired because someone was needed to do all the boring stuff like spreadsheets, formatting, circle back on emails, blah, making PowerPoints that no one actually ever reads. That was the deal. You suffer, then you learn, then you level up. Simple. That was literally all it was. Except now, AI does the boring stuff now. So, and because it's faster, cheaper, and AI does not need a lunch break or emotional validation from its coworkers to do a good job. And this is what then happens. So the entire bottom rung of the ladder just disappears. And now we're all standing there like, wait, how do I climb the ladder when the bottom steps are not even available? And what's crazy is that in my economics class, I learned about all of this. It's called creative destruction, okay? Which sounds cool in class and when you're learning about it, but until you realize, man, we're all cooked and we are the ones being destroyed, okay? But and some of you are watching this and thinking, nah, I'm good. I did marketing, I did design, I'm a creative. Yeah, about that, okay? The entry level creative job used to be like making Instagram posts, editing simple videos, writing basic content. And now that is AI's warm up exercise. That is AI before an NBA game taking layups just to just to get the jitters out, okay? So if you thought you were safe because you're creative, you were overly cooked as well, my boy. So like that's what AI does, like while waiting for real tasks, like actual real that's just warm up stuff. So now the creative world has been split into two groups. So one, people who are insanely skilled and really strategic with like how they operate and how they move and how they produce content and how creative they are. And then there's two, people that are refreshing Indeed every 5 minutes looking for a new posting for a job just that pays minimum wage as well. There is no middle ground anymore. The middle ground has been wiped away by the AI overlords. Okay. And guess where the new grads like me and you usually start? We start from number two, the people refreshing Indeed. Okay. And then every day you read articles about all this and they always end the same way. Don't worry, just adapt. And it's like, adapt to what? Like, what are we going to adapt to? I just finished adapting for 4 years in university. The ink on my degree is still fresh. It's not even dry. If I put my degree down on some toilet paper and just push it a little bit, it would smudge the toilet paper. That's literally how fresh my degree is, okay? And I'd even get to appreciate my degree yet because now I'm super worried about like, oh, damn, can I really find a job? And don't get me wrong, I see the computer science majors in the back sitting like, damn, that could never be me. Relax, relax. As an economics major, I already accepted my fate pretty early on, actually. My career path was basically excel, get good at Excel and be confident and just be good at like coding. That's like some other stuff as well. My career path was basically just that. But even coding is changing as well. The beginner stuff, the simple tasks, AI is eating all of that up too. So if you think you're in CS and you're a Civ and you're just going to become a software engineer or whatever, you are overly cooked as well, okay? So now everyone's in the same group chat that is called Figure It Out. We're all in the group chat called Figure It Out because we got to figure this shit out, okay? And all right, jokes aside for a second, I don't think we're doomed, but I do think the game has changed a whole lot. If your value is tell me what to do and I'll do it, you're in trouble because AI can do everything you can do as well, okay? But if you can think, you can communicate, you can understand people, you can make decisions without a clear answer, you're actually more valuable now. The problem is a lot of us weren't trained for that in university. We were trained to follow instructions and just basically pass exams. That's all we were trained for. Okay, so yeah, I'm an economics major, and I understand supply and demand. The supply is basically millions of graduates. The demand a GPU and subscription plan to Claude or ChatGPT Pro. Okay, and you do the math. What is cheaper? The subscription plan to ChatGPT Pro is way cheaper than hiring a couple of interns or a couple of first year workers to work at your company. Okay, and if you do the math, you get scared and you get soups and you get frightened for the future of the human race. I don't know when the AI bubble is going to burst and we're free from the shackles of our overload AI overlords, but it's not looking too great right now. Okay, and but hey, at least we're self aware, which I mean, in this economy, might be the only competitive advantage anyone would have left. Yeah, so that's the end of the video. Drop your degree in the comments. I just want to see something, and I want to see who's actually the most cooked. If you have any fears or any worries, drop in the comments, and maybe I can alleviate your fears for you. It's Angry Bills fan signing out. Thanks.